Oh, my! I can't believe it. 31 yards to Decory.
Here in McFadden breaks it up the middle. McFadden, big play. He's going to go. Darren McFadden is going to take it all the way. 80 yards for the touchdown. Darren McFadden, and Arkansas strikes just that quickly.
He's going to field it back at his own 5. Joe across the 10 to the 15 to the 20. Adams at the 30, and here we go. Joe's going to take it all the way. The 30, the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Arkansas. 95 yards on the punt return.
Here's the snap. It is low. The kick is blocked, and Arkansas covers.
Shotgun formation into the end zone. The pass is intercepted. Arkansas wins the ball game. Intercepted in the end zone. The Razorbacks have beaten the #1 team in the country.
It's time to dissect the game on the First Security Bank 5th quarter. We'll be talking Razorback football for the next 2 hours. This broadcast is brought to you by First Security Bank. Here are Randy Rainwater, Marcus Elliott, and Trey Schaap.
Welcome once again to the First Security 5th quarter postgame show. Marcus Elliott, along with Trey Schaap, who was there for that wonderful performance there.
Are you
Memphis.
being funny, Randy?
Oh, I'm starting off nicely because when
Just
Shotgun was doing his opening just now, we're going to talk the next 2 hours about Arkansas Razorback football, and I wanted to say why. What is there to talk about that I really want to talk about
Nothing.
for the next 2 hours?
Can we move to basketball season?
Yeah, let's skip the rest of this.
Trey, I thankfully, and I do say thankfully, because of the wonderful facilities that they have there at the Liberty Bowl.
Yeah.
Third
row.
You were same place?
Yeah, third row.
Mark,
What's that? Okay.
What's the deal?
They have a temporary press box.
So they're remodeling.
I don't know where officially radio is on anyone's pecking order. You know, you got the beat writers, you got all the internet guys like Trey Biddy. Radio, I don't know if there's anyone lower than us on the food chain. But this is the Liberty Bowl. Arkansas is playing Texas Tech. I sent several pictures back to my wife because I wanted her to see the back of the heads of the people in front of me that were blocking my view to see the game. So what did Trey and I do?
Stands?
No.
Oh.
We were in the press box.
Okay.
So what Trey and I did, I don't think the table could have supported our weight. So we had to stand in our chairs. Stand in our chairs.
To see.
I had to do the same thing today.
I can believe it.
That's horrible.
Except for the end. I was down in that end zone where the fumble happened.
Oh, gosh.
But, yeah.
Well, there's so many different ways, Trey, that I think when I'm trying to be the best host I can be for this type of program.
Yeah.
And understanding that these are my opinions. They are not the opinions, or should not, I don't know, but maybe they are the opinions of our sponsors and so forth on this program. But if this was not, after today, if this was not the beginning of the end, I don't know what is. Because if this is what Hunter Yurachek is going to continue to support and basically allow, there are so many different terms and words I could use concerning the defense.
Yeah.
We joked, we've laughed, we've said, oh, yeah, there'll be a lot of games Arkansas has to outscore the opponent. Okay?
They scored 3 points in the second half.
Didn't outscore the opponent today, apparently.
Nope.
And you can say back-to-back weeks in which Arkansas should have went on to the victory and fumbled the ball away.
Well, it's not just a fumble. It's the 2 interceptions
Be careful, you're talking about your boy now.
Well, still my
Turnovers.
boy. Still my boy. But and played a good game, except for two dumb.
One of them you threw right to the guy.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know what he's looking at.
I don't know who he was looking at or what he was looking at.
But let's say this. Yes, you turn the ball over, but the sack that took you out of field goal range late in the fourth quarter, that was detrimental. But there were more plays that made up this game to where Arkansas ended up losing. You were up 18 points in the second half. And let's say this, too. It didn't cost them the game, but it was a huge call in the game, and that was the non-offensive pass interference that was called defensive pass interference.
That is true.
At the end of the second quarter.
Well, Trey, I'm into symbolism right now. So this was, to me, symbolic.
Yep.
Of every level of frustration, every level of a totally inept defense. It is third down. The backup quarterback has to come on.
You knew what they were going to do.
Has to come on.
Yeah, this
has to come on.
Embarrassing.
Because the other quarterback, the starting quarterback, lost his helmet, Lewis. It's a third down run with 1 minute and 6 seconds. Third down run. He is met. The backup quarterback is met at least a yard or two beyond the line of scrimmage.
And they couldn't get him on the ground.
Oh, no.
You had a 400-pounder grab him and, I guess, ride him for 6 yards, and his teammates stood around and watched.
And Marcus, here's what's all. So you didn't have to use your timeout.
That is correct.
You stop that play, use your timeout, then they punt, and you still have one timeout left to try and get into field goal range to where you can let your freshman try and win the game for you and possibly avenge a little bit for missing 2 field goals last week at Oxford.
But, Trey, the point why I said that was symbolic is what Marcus said. People standing around people allowing this runner to continue forward. I mean, here you had Michael Washington at least lunging forward, trying to get the first down. That's effort. Yeah, the player made a great play by poking the ball out. Oh, Damon, you want me to shut up? Okay, I guess Damon wants me to shut up.
I can't wait for this show.
We've
got the post-game press conference. Everybody's asking about it. We have it.
And we've got 2 callers waiting. Damon, that's 2 callers. I didn't put those on hold I did it on purpose, but anyway.
Y'all hang on. We're coming back.
This is the First Security 5th Quarter Postgame Show.
The great American pastime.
Do you smell that? That's the smell of men being men.
I think I'm ready.
On 103.7 The Buzz, KABC Little Rock.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
We all know how busy our lives can be these days and how important our time and convenience is as well. Edwards Food Giant knows that too, so that's why they're inviting you to take advantage of their Heat and Eat Meal Solutions items in their deli department. Delicious Edwards Food Giant signature dishes, along with a wide choice of entrees and sides, all ready for you to pick up and take home to serve your family tonight. The Heat and Eat Meal Solution is now at your favorite Central Arkansas Edwards Food Giant deli. This week's special is chicken and dressing for only $7.99 per pound, with sweet potatoes for $4.49 per pound.
Volkswagen of Little Rock is committed to delivering a car buying experience that's grounded in expertise, integrity, and respect. From the moment you arrive, our team is here to help you find the right fit. Whether that's the versatile Tiguan, the all-electric ID4, or one of our thoroughly inspected pre-owned models, we take pride in providing a low-pressure, informative environment where your questions are answered and your time is valued. Visit Volkswagen of Little Rock today or begin your search anytime at www.vwoflittlerock.com.
At ABC Supply, when you've got a job to do, we do too. When your success depends on getting the details right, we're there for you every step of the way. Delivering more than materials, delivering passion, commitment, and the confidence to help you get the job done easier. Our teams understand the obstacles you face in building your business and reputation, because living up to our promises is how we help you live up to yours.
For location and product information, call ABC Supply North Little Rock at 501-955-0777 or visit abcsupply.com.
The Genesises from Genesis of Conway have become so popular that now Genesis of Conway has a tremendous selection of pre-owned trade-ins, highline vehicles, low mileage, great prices at a dealership that is unlike any you've ever seen. Spoiler alert, when you visit Genesis of Conway, you will get spoiled. It's unlike any dealership you've ever seen, even when you go pre-owned. Go see them, and it will hit you like it has so many. Genesis of Conway, the future of luxury today.
Dude, did you order the new iPhone 17 Pro? Got it from Verizon, the best 5G network in America. I never looked so good.
You look the same.
But with this camera, everything looks better, especially me.
You haven't changed your hair in 15 years. Selfies? Check, please.
New and existing customers can get the new iPhone 17 Pro, designed to be the most powerful iPhone ever, with eligible phone trade-in and unlimited ultimate. Any condition guaranteed. Best 5G scores, root metrics, data, United States, 1H 2025. All rights reserved. Trade-in and additional terms apply for all offers. See Verizon.com for details.
Progressive knows we all crave validation.
Girl, you are not 37.
I would have guessed 27.
You guys are too sweet.
Sure, dewy skin.
Terrific. Is something wrong, Ned?
Why would you ask? Just because today marks my 10th anniversary without a car accident or even a speeding ticket? But somehow, tonight's all about your skincare.
Wow. With Snapshot from Progressive, you can get a personalized rate based on how you drive. And that's all the validation you need. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Snapshot not available in California or from all agents. Surcharge possible for unsafe driving.
Friday, 103.7 The Buzz travels to Fayetteville to bring you an all-day broadcast live from walk-ons and preview of Saturday's Arkansas-Notre Dame game. Morning Mayhem, The Zone, Out of Bounds, and Drive Time Sports, all live in Fayetteville. Brought to you by Arkansas Scholarship Lottery, Malvern National Bank, Genesis of Conway, Lion Legal, Kaufman by Design West, Bale Chevrolet, Winrock Automotive, and Network Services Group.
Hands it to Smith, coming right side. He gets out across the 16 to the 17-yard line, and that's it. Ball game's over. And the Tigers have beaten the Razorbacks. Memphis holds Arkansas to 3 points in the second half, and they come from behind. The Tigers erased an 18-point deficit from earlier in the ball game, and they defeat the Razorbacks by a final of 32-31.
Well, welcome back once again to the First Security Fifth Quarter Postgame Show. Marcus Elliott, Trey Schaap. I'm Randy Rainwater. And I wanted to play that Mark in particular for our first guest tonight because he had sworn off of watching any college football. He had sworn off of watching, in particular, any Arkansas football. So I wanted this Razorback legend to know the final call of tonight's game so he'd have that in perspective. Bert Zinnaman joins us. Good afternoon, Bert.
Good afternoon. How are you doing?
Not so good. How about you?
Well, it was a tough day. That was really tough to watch.
It was ugly.
The way we played defense in the second half, pretty much. I've watched that all year. The tackling and the just big plays by other teams.
Yeah.
But today it was just tough to, with an 18-point lead, I thought we had it in the bag. And, you could have not told me that we would only score 3 points in the second half.
Bert, you know defense. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is it tougher these days to coach toughness and tackling and is
effort.
That what we're seeing? Effort and remember you guys played for Lindsey and he had this thing called swarming the football with every
right.
Yeah. Do you see? I don't see that anymore with this team.
Well, here what I see is when I see effort. when you watch somebody you see a big defensive lineman kind of hold somebody up and nobody's going to the ground on a tackle. I don't understand that. The tackling. We've had this issue with Arkansas for years, and I don't see it with other schools.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's going on with it. I don't know if they can't tackle in practice or what the deal is. My heart is Arkansas. I hate it when they lose.
I do too.
So, and I hate it when they, but I'm watching them. I watched them against, what was it, Alabama, Birmingham?
Alabama
A&M. The first game.
Alabama A&M.
Alabama
Yeah.
A&M.
The first game, and I seen, big plays by the other team, inconsistencies. If you look at the game, sometimes you'll see a tight end come across the middle, and our guys, our backs are to the guy. We don't watch the ball come out the quarterback's hands as we're coming back and dropping in defense. It's just amazing the errors that we're having, and I'm quite sure it's just driving the coaches mad because some of these errors. You see a defensive back in a zone go across the field, running, chasing somebody,
and playing zone.
In zone. And I've seen that a few times, and it's always big plays because where the quarterback is going is right where he left.
Bert, physicality. This kind of goes hand in hand. The physicality has been lacking for a while. There is not a headhunter out there, much less multiple headhunters that you need to be enforcers, number one, but number two, to make plays. And typically, do you not believe that the middle linebacker, regardless of what team it is, that your middle linebacker should be your enforcer, the player who brings the most physicality? I'm thinking of a Dick Butkus, a Ray Nitsky, and certainly you can name off some of the younger players that play the game today, but I don't see any physicality at all out of this Arkansas defense.
Patrick Willis.
Yeah, Patrick Willis. Ole Miss.
You can tell that. Well, you can tell that when the ball is snapped, who's going forward and who's going backwards. But when I watch the game, that's pretty much all I see is that is. So here's the deal: if the defense is going backwards, they're in the linebacker's way.
Yeah, they can't.
If they're in a stalemate,
good point.
It's kind of hard to make a play.
That's good.
If you watch just watch the defensive line and the offensive line through the game. I remember a couple of plays. I remember where they blitzed. Our guy stood up, and if he didn't block anybody, and he didn't see the guy come right by him.
Yeah.
You've seen that play.
Yeah, that was
and those plays, every time you see a big play by the other team, you see a letdown by our team. I can always associate one with the other. Somebody didn't get a block. You had some guys slip by blocks. It was almost like we're not physical in practice.
Yeah, that's
against one another, so that shows in game.
I think you hit something there, Bert. I mean, you have to play football. You have to get better at football by playing football and practicing football. And today, this is the least physical team I've seen, especially defensively.
Yeah.
All right, Bert, we have somewhat defined the problem. What is the solution?
Bert.
Wow, I didn't mean to make you speechless.
Yeah, that left me speechless.
I
we
think
just got
that
to keep
says it
playing,
all.
Keep getting better.
I think that says it all.
I'm gonna be real simple on that one. We got to keep playing and just keep getting better.
Bert, thank you for your time. You left me speechless, so thank you, Bert.
Yeah, that was speechless. Yeah. All right.
Randy Marcus, I think of a Sam Elijah-Boots.
So Lewis gets the snap. Hands
I
it to
didn't do
Smith,
that.
coming right.
Tony Bua, Caleb Miller, linebackers that would come up and hit you,
right,
and be physical, and be leaders, and they just don't have that.
They have none of it. I mean, that one play at the goal line with the quarterback,
No, he walked into the end zone.
Well, this guy didn't even walk. He ran over two Razorbacks.
We were thinking about the play where they,
and Trey,
where the
I was teasing
parted.
Randy. You can kind of take your pick on these plays.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm sure what you're saying is true too. But I was kind of talking about the one where the quarterback ran over.
This gentleman is never without, as a loss for words. I apologize to Bert Zinnaman. Savage, good afternoon. Welcome to the First Security Fifth Quarter Postgame Show. Do you have a solution for this defense? I hope I don't make you speechless now.
No, I'm never speechless, Randy. How y'all doing? You doing all right?
What's up, buddy?
You know, guys, Marcus, across the board. So you come out of a timeout, and you got 12 men that break the huddle.
Oh, my goodness. Wow.
You can't contain anybody on the outside or the middle on defense. We got gashed all day, and you know this guy's a running quarterback.
Yes. Can't do nothing else.
To be based around stopping the run.
Yeah.
And we didn't see any of it. Tackling was bad across the board. Every
horrible.
Cam Ball stayed out late. Cam Ball, he looked gassed the entire game.
Yes, he did. He did.
Yep.
Maybe those 74 snaps he played last week carried over to this week.
This quarterback had thrown 2 touchdown passes coming into this game.
Heisman Trophy winner.
2.
We saw it last week with Chambliss, the young quarterback for Ole Miss. Arkansas made another
Marcus,
Heisman Trophy candidate today.
Thank you, Randy. Marcus, what did I tell you? I called in and talked to you during the week last week.
Mm-hmm.
We make quarterbacks look like Heisman winners.
Absolutely. Yes, sir. Yeah.
And I'm going to say one thing I'm going to get off here.
Mm-hmm.
We started playing Arkansas State. Guess what? We got the curse of Frank Broyles. Frank Broyles never won that game, and it's going to play out the rest of this season. It's going to be bad, guys.
Oh.
It's going to be bad. Defensively, we're just weak.
Can't get worse.
No tackling, lazy, watching people run around.
Yep.
That last play of the game when that second-string quarterback came in, you got one person grabbed onto him. Everybody else is standing there watching.
Standing watching.
It's pathetic.
Hey, Savage, don't go yet, though. Savage.
What? Yeah.
What's the answer? What has to happen?
Yeah, what's the solution, Savage? I don't want to make you speechless again.
No, I'm never speechless. Sam Pitman shouldn't even get on this plane.
Bingo.
He needs to be gone now. Defensively, man, Williams, he puts in a good plan, but if your players, if they're not the athletes that you have, you make changes.
Yeah.
Bad.
That whole game plan was terrible.
Bad financial investment at this point.
Yep.
On that so-called
Absolutely.
secondary.
Guys, y'all have a good one. I'm not going to be speechless this week, buddy. I'm going to talk this one up.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Thank you, Savage.
Yep.
Okay, let's do this. And if he hangs in there with us. Is that the right one, Damon? F9? Oh. Maybe if I turn that back up.
There you go.
All right, this is the First Security Fifth Quarter Postgame Show. Marcus Elliott. Trey Schaap, I'm Randy Rainwater. Back with more of your phone calls. 501-661-1037.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly, local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
We all know how busy our lives can be these days and how important our time and convenience is as well. Edwards Food Giant knows that too, so that's why they're inviting you to take advantage of their Heat and Eat meal solutions items in their deli department. Delicious Edwards Food Giant signature dishes, along with a wide choice of entrees and sides, all ready for you to pick up and take home to serve your family tonight. The Heat and Eat meal solution is now at your favorite Central Arkansas Edwards Food Giant deli. This week's special is chicken and dressing for only $7.99 per pound, with sweet potatoes for $4.49 per pound.
If you're a bank needing GLBA compliance or a defense contractor looking for CMMC compliance, meet the team at Network Services Group with tailored solutions to help you navigate the complex regulatory landscape, allowing you to focus on what matters most, your clients and your growth. Don't gamble with compliance. Network Services Group, your partner in GLBA and CMMC compliance.
Services Group. One call does it all.
Hi, I'm Hunter Bell from Bell Chevrolet. Football season in Arkansas is one of my favorite times of the year.
And I think we can all agree that game days are better with tailgating. Fourth quarters are better with game-winning field goals. And the best played games are better with teamwork. And just like on the field, Bell Chevrolet is better because of our people and their dedication to our customers. Shop Bell Chevrolet and BellChevrolet.com today. Together, let's drive.
Attention Central Arkansas. If you're looking for reliable home and business services, look no further. For over 45 years, Advantage Service Company has been your local expert in HVAC, plumbing, and electrical needs with outstanding customer service from licensed technicians ready to help with every step. Call or text today and enjoy peace of mind knowing you're in good hands. Cheer on your favorite university and call Advantage Service Company. Your comfort is just a call away. 501-1-CALL. 501-663-2255.
Your phone always has plenty to say. But at Arkansas State Parks, the best connections don't need Wi-Fi. Just a campfire, a trail, or a canoe. The greatest memories are the ones you make outside. So go ahead, unplug and unwind with the people you care about most. Pick your park and plan your adventure at ArkansasStateParks.com.
Brought to you by Arkansas State Parks, this station, and the ABA.
Every day in Arkansas, children face crises like poverty, instability, and family separation. But there is hope. Arkansas Family Alliance connects community members like you to urgent needs like beds, clothing, food, and more through the Care Portal platform. Over 1,300 families have already been impacted. You can help reach even more by becoming a community champion. Whether you're part of a business, church, team, or just want to serve, learn how to get involved at arfamilyalliance.org or call 4769-4110 because strong families build strong communities.
Tune in to Out of Bounds each Monday for Weekend Recap, brought to you by Fleet Management Services. Serving Central Arkansas for over 20 years, they're your small to mid-sized fleet specialists that also takes care of our fleet at Signal Media. Fleet Management Services is now hiring for Loop Tech, Tire Tech, and light maintenance, 8 paid holidays and paid vacation, paid health insurance, and 401k. Pay depends on experience and signing bonus. Apply in person at 901 East 8th Street in Little Rock.
We're going to send the field goal team on now to try to tack onto this 8-point lead. This is an important kick for Starzyk, a 46-yarder. Tough week last week. He's right in the middle of the field. High snap, Bale brings it down. Starzyk's kick is on the way, plenty of distance, and it's good. The freshman knocks it through, and Arkansas increases their lead.
And welcome back once again to the First Security Fifth Quarter Postgame Show. Marcus Elliott, Trey Schaap. I'm Randy Rainwater. Needless to say, we have callers waiting, so let's get right to them. This is the Ghost of Razorback Pass. Please bring me welcome memories of days gone by. Welcome to the First Security Fifth Quarter Postgame Show, Ghost.
It's the Ghost of Razorback Tom, Brother Randy. How are you?
Got you, brother. How about you?
Man, it's like deja vu all over again, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I think one reason this one's harder to swallow is because of how inept and the lack, what I thought was defensive effort. I'm just talking effort, not ability, effort. I saw too much jogging. The player could be there was one example, I won't name his name. I think most will understand the play I'm talking about. He kind of whiffs at the tackle, then starts jogging after the runner. And the runner's only like 5 yards down the field. And who knows, had he decided maybe to cut it back and break another tackle, so to speak, maybe that player, if he'd been exerting effort, could have made that tackle. But the lack of effort is really what is upsetting to me, because if it's one thing, if you're better than me, if you're mano to mano better to me, but if I fight going down, then I can accept that. I can't accept the lollygagging and the lack of effort that I'm seeing right now. That is not acceptable.
Randy,
You got a point. You got a point. And we've seen it in the last 2 weeks. But, well, we've seen it all year, but seen it in the last 2 weeks. But, we can't close the game out. The deja vu all over again. We had the ball and the momentum driving against Ole Miss. If we score, we win. We run the clock down to the 2-minute warning. We come out of the 2-minute warning, we fumble. We do the same thing against Memphis. We're in a position to close the game out regardless of all of that other stuff that's happened. And it factored in.
Okay, Ghost.
But we have the point to close the game out again, and we don't.
All right, Ghost, this is exactly what you're saying, but I'm saying this is symbolic of everything that I am saying. It's a third down and about 7 for first down with 1 minute and 6 seconds left in the game.
And a backup quarterback.
And a backup quarterback. Yeah. Now, you explain to me.
And you know they're going to run the ball.
I'm just saying.
You know they're going to run the ball.
I'm just saying. You tell me that's not effort. If there was somebody
it is.
who came up there 90 miles an hour and he's going to knock that guy into the cheap seats, and what do? Why don't we just jump on his back and see how far he can carry us? That's ridiculous.
Hey, you're right, but I almost would have seen after last week. I mean, I would have rather seen this come out of the 2-minute timeout in this game and damn near knelt on the ball, tried a field goal and missed it, and they still would have had the ball in the same place that we fumbled the ball. I mean, anything but close the game out.
Now that they had a chance to close the game out on third down, and the lack of effort.
Last week it wasn't on Coach Slim Pickens. But this week it was on Coach Slim Pickens, no doubt.
Slim Pickens, who was that?
Ghost, thank you, brother. Let's check in with Brian. Brian, good afternoon. Welcome to the First Security Fifth Quarter Postgame Show.
Hey, Randy, Trey, Marcus.
Good afternoon.
I saw a lot of arm tackling out there. Now, I don't pretend to know these defensive schemes and things, but I saw some attempts to just dive into the ball carrier thinking a good hit would bring him down. Mm-hmm. But something I learned when I was a kid playing tackle football on Sunday afternoons at the school field against big guys, barely 100 pounds, if I threw my arms around their waist or their thighs and just let go with my legs, they'd be pulling 100 pounds, and they're tending to go down. And if you got a 390-pound lineman, he's grappling the ball carrier, why doesn't he just lift his legs up and make him go down?
Yeah, I think you make a great point, Brian, but even more over that, where were his teammates?
Right, and it's hard to carry dead weight.
Yeah. No, I think all that's true. I mean, and I think what Randy's saying, and I kind of agree with him, is just want to. The Memphis guy wanted to win the game more than Arkansas's guy.
100%. Oh, they were fired up.
Wanted to 100%. Win the game.
Yep.
Yeah, that's. But again, that Brian now so where does that start? That's a leadership issue.
Yep.
That's a coaching issue.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see what happens this week.
Brian, I've got to find a solution for this. So I'll keep asking. I stumped Bert Zinnaman. The Ghost couldn't come up with an answer. Savage couldn't come up with an answer. What is the solution?
Get a really hard-nosed defensive coordinator out there and make these guys hit like they got fire in the belly.
Even
some fundamentals.
Start it in practice. If you get somebody hurt, at least you're trying to establish that culture that we are going to bring that to the game. Brian?
Well, did I hear them say that, guys that don't hustle in practice don't get on NFL rosters?
Well, these guys aren't going to get there then. They're in trouble. Brian, thank you.
That's what I'm thinking.
Thank you, brother. All right,
Randy, Marcus, there have been a couple of coaching changes already this season.
Yeah. UCLA. Yep.
Oklahoma State might be close.
Virginia Tech.
Virginia Tech has already started the domino there. If you wait too much longer, you're falling further and further behind. And what does it say to the fan base that you're saying Well, we're just going to let it play out. We're
Oh,
gonna let
yeah.
the season play out.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
acceptable.
Yep. No, I agree. Totally agree, Trey. I mean, there's old saying. I used to hear. Maybe it was Lou Holtz. He used to yell at the assistants as much as he yelled at the players. But he would call the coach out and say, "Hey, you're either coaching it or you are allowing it."
That's right.
So, I mean, he's got eyes just like we do. Something has to change, in my opinion. And with Williams, I know we get on the bandwagon. There's no way this can stay status quo. There has to be some changes. I don't know if
now.
Yeah, staff demotions, and I don't know. Something has to change.
And then you top it off with what Juracek said back at the Touchdown Club. This just adds salt to the wound.
Oh, absolutely.
Because what you're saying now, Mr. Juracek, not only are you saying they can't compete, you're just saying this is acceptable.
Yeah.
This is what you're saying.
They don't have the resources. Well, who wants to support a team that can't beat Memphis? You're in the SEC.
Not a good
and
look.
you can't beat Memphis?
No.
Not a good look.
Let's talk to Peyton. Peyton, good afternoon. Welcome to the First Security Fifth Quarter Postgame Show.
Oh, hey, Randy. How are you?
Man, I'm just doing wonderful. I can't think of any place I'd rather be than right here.
Oh, I can think
right
of a lot of places I'd rather be right now. Now, I'll tell you, this is the athletic department. This isn't the football team. This is the Razorback athletic department. And we could see this back in June in Omaha, dropping a ball and not making a double play. This comes down to old Hunter Juracek. This is not Sam Pitman or anything. This is Hunter Juracek right now. And the attitude that the Razorback athletic department has.
Can't argue with you.
This is 2 straight weeks now that had the ball 20 yards away, fumbling, and then today can't tackle on 3rd and 8. Letting them quarterback has 5 big old boys running down the field, getting the first down there. Oh, it's awful. That's all I got to say. Just awful athletic department. It's under your check.
Thank you, Peyton. All right, let's talk with Jethro. Jethro?
Well, fellas, it's going to be the same thing you've already heard.
Another verse.
I don't know if you can call out a number, but there was an offensive lineman, and, of course, once I got fixated on him, he spent half his time with his hands sticking out and just not touch nobody, run by him, not block nobody, and then we've already talked about the defense. How many times can you sling someone for 3 or 4 yards to help them get the first down and not tackle them? It was just unreal. And I know I probably get criticized for this, but after today and the last 10 years, Arkansas doesn't look like they need to be in the SEC. They can't beat anybody. Now, instead of talking about a Vanderbilt, it's an Arkansas. They can't beat nobody.
Very well said. Very well said, Jethro.
I will say this: only in football does it appear they don't need to be in the SEC.
Yeah, very true.
And maybe volleyball. There's some other news. Arkansas State beat Arkansas in volleyball today. It's the first win by Arkansas State over Arkansas in a major in a sport.
All right, we will step aside for a moment. I don't even have a response to that. This is the First Security Fifth Quarter Postgame Show.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly, local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
Lost in the business jungle? From new solo proprietors to established multi-owner companies, don't monkey around with your business. There's nothing better than Lion Guidance. Hire Lion Legal. There's no one better to protect your pride than our pride of Legal Lions. Whether in negotiations or war, all businesses need the roar. For exceptional communication and exceptional results in all business-related legal matters, hire Lion Legal to come roaring to the rescue.
Do you feel that, Arkansas? The Lotto jackpot is now more than $1 million. Why should you care? Because this $1 million+ prize can only be won in Arkansas. There are 2 Lotto drawings every week, and the jackpot keeps growing until there's a winner. Join the fun and play Lotto today. A $2 ticket could change your life. Get yours in stores today. Call 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
At ABC Supply, when you've got a job to do, we do too. When your success depends on getting the details right, we're there for you every step of the way. Delivering more than materials, delivering passion, commitment, and the confidence to help you get the job done easier. Our teams understand the obstacles you face in building your business and reputation, because living up to our promises is how we help you live up to yours.
For location and product information, call ABC Supply in North Little Rock at 501-955-0777 or visit abcsupply.com.
This is Thomas Blackman's Blackman Auction. Since 1938, we've handled many different types of auctions. We sold bulldozers, excavators, farm tractors, farms, locomotives, fully custom rail cars, vehicles, Harley-Davidsons, cows, lake houses, hunting properties, pickups, heavy trucks, big trailers, plus hundreds of other random things. Honestly, if it's for sale, we probably sold it. Our knowledge and experience is priceless, much like your hard-earned assets. Since 1938, better auctions have always been Blackman Auctions.
You work hard, but sometimes you still struggle to put food on the table. 1 in 5 Arkansans faces food insecurity. If that's you, you don't have to face hunger alone. Food pantries across Arkansas are open, welcoming, and ready to help. No judgment, just support. Find a pantry near you today at foodbanksofarkansas.org, because everyone deserves access to food. Brought to you by the Food Banks of Arkansas with funding from Summit Utilities.
On your way to the Little Rock Airport, business travelers park fast at Expressway Airport parking. As you park, our shuttle picks you up, and a 60-second ride later, you're at the airport. Download our app and earn rewards. Simply scan the virtual gate pass to enter and scan again to exit. No waiting, and your receipt is emailed to you. Pay less than municipal airport parking at Expressway Airport parking, left of the airport entrance, next to the Comfort Inn.
Tune in to 103.7 The Buzz as Justin Acree and DJ Williams broadcast live from each meeting of the Little Rock Touchdown Club, brought to you by Arkansas Spine and Pain. Justin and DJ will broadcast live from the Doubletree downtown, bringing you interviews with each speaker and their comments to the club live. Monday, the Little Rock Touchdown Club welcomes NFL Hall of Famer and former LA Raider Tim Brown. That's The Zone live at the Little Rock Touchdown Club, brought to you by Arkansas Spine and Pain.
Arkansas will come to the line of scrimmage with 1:49 to go. They'll operate out of the I formation. Maddox Lassiter's the fullback. Mike Washington dots the I. Green is under center. Goal line formation. Talon, long count. Gives it to Washington. Left side at the goal line. Washington, no signal yet. It looked like he was in. They've not signaled yet. They did not give him the touchdown.
And welcome back once again to the First Security Fifth Quarter Postgame Show. Marcus Elliott Trey Schaap. He is at the Liberty Bowl there in Memphis. I'm Randy Rainwater. Kind of surprise. We have callers waiting, so let's talk to them. Patty, good afternoon. Welcome to the First Security Fifth Quarter Postgame Show.
Hey, Dunbar. This is the Citadel, for my opinion, and Sam needs to go. He's a great guy. Love him to death, but he's another Brett Bielema, just another nice guy.
I'm not sure Bielema really was a nice guy, but that's neither here nor there. But
it depends on what vision you have for your program, Randy. Mediocre. I think average. Games like this, losing games like this, then I think if that's what you're going, that's okay. If that's the standard that you believe is acceptable, I mean, but we've got ample proof, Randy, to show it's not going to get better than this. Would you not say that?
Oh, I
not
absolutely
right, not
agree.
right now.
Yeah.
Not right now.
Yeah, and Trey will help me out. Win. I mean, if I have to be patient, how long?
I think it starts
What
at the top.
evidence do we have to? Yeah, I mean, what evidence that we have to show that the status quo will get us any better?
We don't. I mean, yeah, okay. Last year you beat Tennessee.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
But other than that, what did you do? I mean, you're going to play Notre Dame next week.
All right.
Probably lose that game. Then you got Tennessee on the road in Knoxville after
You're going to lose that game.
Lose that game. Texas A&M's going to come in. They just beat Notre Dame last week in South Bend. You're going to lose that game. Auburn's a little bit better. I don't know what they're doing to Oklahoma right now, but you probably lose that game. And by then you've lost the team because you're not going bowling. You're not coming back to Memphis for a bowl game, which is probably going to be the ceiling anyway this year. So why not just cut bait, get rid of everybody, and start over? And maybe it needs to go a little bit higher than the head coach as well.
Ooh.
All right, I'm going to read this one comment by
excuse me,
a very devout fan. Says Pitman has to fire the DC tonight. If he doesn't, Juracek has to fire Pitman tomorrow. If Hunter doesn't, after this last weekend's Touchdown Club comments, Juracek needs to go as well. And even though this one word that he's going to use would be stricken if Rick was on the show, but since he's not, completely unbelievable and unacceptable. Where's the pride? That to me is, of all the words that was in this particular comment, that to me stands out as much as anything. I've been shouting, railing, lack of effort.
Yeah, that's exactly.
How about
what
lack of pride?
That's what that means.
That's exactly what that means. Lack of pride.
Randy, I've got a comment from a former teammate of mine, and he says the Hogs won't see physicality until they see Pitman and T. Will gone.
Wow.
Yeah. You can
And
can
so
argue that.
And I believe that physicality goes right into the effort you talk about and the pride.
And the pride.
All of that's
one.
You accept the loss if you see that. If you see folks landed on the line, landing their bodies on the line. That's what we don't see.
No. Bobby, good afternoon. Welcome to the First Security Fifth Quarter Postgame Show.
Yes, sir. How you guys doing?
Man,
my question is, I guess in the question comment, why do you think the University of Arkansas always think they're so special? Why do they want to be purposely different? Why do they want to be stubborn? Why do we always have to be like this during this season? I just don't understand. Is it the old heads, the silver-haired farts, the hire the athletic directors and the coaches? Why are we always? You know what I think? I think we might have been bought off a long time ago. That's why we get these bad calls against us. And also, Randy, you think Houston Nuts gonna hit the hole with a naked baby deal?
Okay. In football, Arkansas is playing as if it's a mid-major. In basketball, Arkansas is playing with the big boys, with the Power 5 or Power 4.
With the Blue Bloods.
With the Blue Bloods. Baseball, you can say, is playing with the Blue Bloods.
Yep.
But football, it's mid-major because there is not the same commitment in football as there is in basketball. If you keep crying and you keep saying that you don't have the resources of other schools, then why are you playing?
Why are the naming rights to the stadium? Why has that not been sold? You had that open all last year and all summer this year. We're going on 18, 20 months. You knew it was coming up. Why has that not been sold?
Apparently it's not attractive to an advertiser. Let's talk to Jimmy.
Today, yeah.
Jimmy, good afternoon. Welcome to the First Security Fifth Quarter Postgame Show.
Hey, guys. Just back from Memphis in northeast Arkansas.
Bless your heart.
Difficult day. I'll tell you, I think it's a combination of disappointed and frustrated and angry, all of those.
Mm-hmm.
And been listening to a couple of the comments. We can do better than this. Really disappointed in the effort today. I heard you say effort a few minutes ago. I call it heart. I didn't see a lot of heart out there today. I think the Memphis kids wanted it a little bit more than we did, and I think that was evident on several plays. But I think that we're at a point now where our leadership at the university really needs to take a hard look at things, because I'm not sure that the fan base and our donors have the confidence right now in our leadership.
Very good point.
That's going to be necessary in order for this to get better.
Very good point.
And, you just can't say some of the things that Hunter did on Monday and have that be inspiring to everybody. The thing with we just looked disorganized at times. We came out of a timeout and had an illegal substitution on offense today. And, those kind of things just can't happen at this level. And, we've had the turnovers and all that, but we just look disorganized. We don't look motivated. And it's obvious to me that everybody isn't on the same page. And I think we're just going to have to see how this plays out. It's hard for me to see how this gets a lot better for the rest of the season, but I think this goes to our athletic director and even our board of trustees. We're an SEC school. We're capable of competing at this level. We need some better direction. We need some positive vibe that I don't sense that's going on right now. We've got a lot of finger pointing that's going on, and this is a time for leadership. And I really think at the end of this season, if not before, we need to have a really hard reset button within our football program.
Yes. Absolutely. Thank you, Jimmy.
Bingo.
Very well said.
Yep.
Very well said.
Very well said.
Randy, but should we be surprised? Here's why I say that, Trey. Should we be surprised when built into the leader of your football program's contract at 7 wins was a bonus last year? So if you bonus someone for
mediocrity,
that lets you know what the vision is from
mediocrity.
A leadership. Exactly. That's how you see your program, right? If you tell your leader, hey, just get here, and if you just get us here, I'm gonna give you some extra money.
Yeah, how about an extra $1 million?
Exactly. Why are we expecting something different? That clause in our head football coach's contract that at 7 wins you get an extra $1 million says it all.
Mm-hmm.
So there's nothing to be surprised about.
Marcus, I agree with you. I think if you make a bowl game, give you $100,000.
Mm-hmm.
But if you win the SEC, $250,000, $500,000. If you make the college football playoff, there should be incentives for that. But 7 wins.
Yeah, I think Trey. I think you make a good point. I even think we're at the point. We're at the point with this staff, with this coach, that it's not so much we need to be trying to bonus him or give him incentives to stay. We got to see some growth. In other words, we're bonusing him and he's staying at the same point. So I don't think we start another incentive clause unless he does make the playoffs or win the conference.
And
that's nothing else.
This is year 6.
Yes.
No.
Year 6.
No, mediocrity should not be rewarded at this point. Let's talk to DK. DK, good afternoon. Welcome to the First Security Fifth Quarter Postgame Show.
Let me compose myself. Y'all got me. I'm crying over here laughing, man. Look, I just called off of y'all to encourage me because I knew it was going to be a bunch of this going on. I'm going to go buy me some popcorn now because I know next week going to be a humdinger.
Woo! Oh, isn't this fun, though, DK? Isn't this fun?
Look, Tulsa just got Oklahoma State, so y'all might get that to be a retread. Clemson, they lost. Y'all might get Dabo to be a retread. That's my question, because I hear Trey, and I know how y'all like to ask this question. Well, who you going to go get if you're fired? So now I'm putting that same question back on y'all.
Oh, I'm speechless right now.
Not Dabo.
I am speechless right now. I was telling. Okay. I'll be honest with you, DK, because I hate that phrase. I'll be honest with you. I hate that phrase. Here I am using it. All right, I'm going to say this because I said it to Marcus during the break. Go get Joe Brady. He is the offensive coordinator for the Buffalo Bills.
Oh, you left the Bengals? Okay.
He is with the Buffalo Bills. He was the offensive coordinator for that juggernaut that was called LSU with Joe Burrow a couple of years ago that set all kinds of NCAA records. But I'm talking about how creative they were. They were not just good, but they were creative on top of that. Now, besides him, I really here again, use that phrase, I'll be honest, I haven't been thinking about Sam Pitman's replacements. I promise you I will be now. I will be now.
You have to be.
Because if you're not looking now, you're going to be way behind the curve. And Trey brought up an excellent point a moment ago. In week number 2, or whatever number it is with 0 week, UCLA, and then right behind that, Virginia Tech, fired their head coaches. 2 games into the season, they fired their coaches. They were not going to let that crap continue on for the remainder of the season, because what does that tell your fan base? This is what we are accepting. This is what we're willing to put on the field as a product. That's unacceptable.
Yes, and Cam Ball, he wasn't tired. He was the first one ready to fight after the game. He was out there trying to fight. I'm like, now, what was all that fight during the
third and
game?
6. Why weren't you fighting on 3rd and 6?
Yeah.
Where were you then? That's ridiculous.
It was just crazy.
I'm telling you guys.
So, but the solution I see, ain't nobody got a job. Every position is open.
Yeah, I agree.
The Story, all of the so-called captains, hey, every position is open.
Absolutely.
Have a good weekend, gentlemen.
Thank you, DK. All right. Now, Trey, are you going to actually play Sam Pitman? Wait a minute, I turned the microphone off. Are you going to play Sam Pitman, or do we need to play it from here?
There. You
All
have
right,
it.
We got it. Here we go.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly, local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
We all know how busy our lives can be these days and how important our time and convenience is as well. Edwards Food Giant knows that too. So that's why they're inviting you to take advantage of their Heat and Eat meal solutions items in their deli department. Delicious Edwards Food Giant signature dishes, along with a wide choice of entrees and sides, all ready for you to pick up and take home to serve your family tonight. The Heat and Eat meal solution is now at your favorite Central Arkansas Edwards Food Giant deli. This week's special is chicken and dressing for only $7.99 per pound, with sweet potatoes for $4.49 per pound.
I'm here with Laura Beth from Kaufman by Design West. Kaufman has over 7,000 square feet of beautiful new home decor pieces and design specialists on staff. See, that would be important for somebody like me who is design challenged.
Yeah, we have design specialists on staff and everything you need, from lighting to flooring, designer hardware, and more.
And gift cards are available too. Check them out now. Kaufman by Design West, out west past Taylor Loop, 14900 Cantrell Road.
Or visit us online at kaufmanlumber.com.
Attention Central Arkansas. If you're looking for reliable home and business services, look no further. For over 45 years, Advantage Service Company has been your local expert in HVAC, plumbing, and electrical needs with outstanding customer service from licensed technicians ready to help with every step. Call or text today and enjoy peace of mind knowing you're in good hands. Cheer on your favorite university and call Advantage Service Company. Your comfort is just a call away. 501-1-CALL. 501-663-2255.
3 distinct, all-electric Cadillacs. Some drive them for the performance. Others drive them for the range. And some drive them because it's the only way to make an entrance. 3 different ways to turn every drive into an occasion. Whatever your reason, there's never been a better time to say, let's take the Cadillac. The all-electric Cadillac family of vehicles. Escalade IQ, Optic, and Lyric. Visit your local Cadillac dealer today.
You work hard, but sometimes you still struggle to put food on the table. 1 in 5 Arkansans faces food insecurity. If that's you, you don't have to face hunger alone. Food pantries across Arkansas are open, welcoming, and ready to help. No judgment, just support. Find a pantry near you today at foodbanksofarkansas.org because everyone deserves access to food. Brought to you by the Food Banks of Arkansas with funding from Summit Utilities.
Every day in Arkansas, children face crises like poverty, instability, and family separation. But there is hope. Arkansas Family Alliance connects community members like you to urgent needs like beds, clothing, food, and more through the Care Portal platform. Over 1,300 families have already been impacted. You can help reach even more by becoming a community champion. Whether you're part of a business, church, team, or just want to serve, learn how to get involved at arfamilyalliance.org or call 4769-4110 because strong families build strong communities.
Tito's Handmade Vodka presents the 2025 1037 The Buzz Fall Golf Tournament Tuesday, October 14th at Rebsamen Golf Course. Registration is now open. Go to 1037thebuzz.com to register your 4-person team. Prizes will be awarded in both morning and afternoon flights. It's the 2025 1037 The Buzz Fall Golf Tournament Tuesday, October 14th at Rebsamen Golf Course. Presented by Tito's Handmade Vodka and brought to you in part by Double B's and Twin Peaks. Thanks to Corky's Ribs and Barbecue, Sonic, and Michelob Ultra.
Washington's back in. He's alone in the backfield. Green's under center. They bring the tight end in motion. They fake a handoff, or they do give a handoff to him. Jones scores, but flags are down. Flags are down after a 5-yard run. Okay, that's not a flag across the way. That's a touchdown. That's a touchdown. That's someone's towel on the field over there, and it's a touchdown for Rohan Jones.
All right, welcome back once again to the First Security Fifth Quarter Postgame Show. Marcus, Elliott, Trey Schaap, I'm Randy Rainwater. All right, let's get our program lined up here. We'll talk to JW. Then after we talk with JW, we're going to go right to Sam Pitman to hear his comments, and then we will turn back to the phones calls. But we've had several requests to hear Sam Pitman. So let's talk to JW first. JW, good afternoon. Welcome to Drive Time Sports. How about the First Security Fifth Quarter Postgame Show? Never mind that. Go ahead. My bad.
All right. Well, I've listened to everyone's call in, and y'all said everything you can say. So I want to talk about this from a fan's point of view. I never would advocate for this, but it's time for a change. And I say, they keep asking us to donate money. They don't take the fans serious enough. They want us there. They want them cheering on. I say stop going to the games. If they don't make a firing, somewhere down the line fast, I say we stop going to the games. Our voice, our money is louder than what they're telling us to be quiet. We're going to get through the season. This season is no different than any other Sam Pitman season. I've heard all the excuses. I've called in for decades, at least a decade, and it's just the same stuff over and over, guys. I don't really care. For the first time in a long time, I don't care about football. Sam Pitman has drained something out of me that I just don't care to watch it. I don't care to justify it. I'm tired of the excuses. I'm tired of next year and this money and this guy's coming in. It's all show. No leadership, and it's pathetic. It's pathetic. That's all I can say. I say, fans, if you're listening out there, make a stand. Don't go. Your money talks, then they'll listen. Y'all have a good day.
Thank you, JW. All right, let's get right to it. This is Sam Pitman.
Congratulations to Memphis. They played a very physical and a good game, and they outrushed us and obviously outscored us. They had more yards than we did, and I thought coming into the game that we could have an advantage there, but their defense did a nice job on us, and their offense, they did about whatever they wanted to in the run game, with two guys over 100 and 290 yards. We just didn't tackle well. We weren't fit well. And a second week in a row, we came down to a chance to win and had a turnover not to. And so it's, disappointing for the guys that we didn't win either one of those games. But I'm going to give Memphis credit. They played a really, really good game and well coached.
Great, Tom. What was your take on the 2-minute drive you guys had going, what you wanted to do there?
Yeah. Well, we knew he had 3 timeouts, so we were in a church situation. So at the 2-minute mark, we wanted to get a first down because we wanted to get him out of his timeouts. But we weren't going to score. And so at that particular time in the game. Now, we may have changed to do that later on once he got out of his timeouts, but at that point, when we fumbled, I think he'd only used one of us, and we were trying to get a first down, and then we were going to decide whether he was going to let us score or whether we were just going to nil it out and kick the field goal. But we still needed another first down to get him out of his timeouts, and as you've seen, he went 95 on us in no time before, so we were trying to take all the clock we possibly could. Unfortunately, we fumbled, and at that point, game was over.
They won the turnover battle 3-1.
Yeah.
How did that play into this game?
I think it was 3-2. I think Miguel had one and Julian had one, but it certainly played a factor. Obviously, the last one played a major factor. They all do. Mike feels terrible, and I hate it for him because he's been such a great player for us. He still is. He just happened to jarred the ball loose from him. But, we lost turnover battle by 1 last week and lost by 6 and lost it by 1. So it has some major relevance in the game. Obviously, the last two fumbles at the same time in the game 2 weeks in a row.
Sam, what did you see into the first half, their touchdown? What did you see on that play?
Well, we were in pretty good coverage, I thought, and I felt like we got pushed off on whether we did or not, I don't know, but I felt like we did, and we'll look at it on tape. But I thought when they threw the flag, it was on them, not us. But evidently, it was what he saw, and what I saw was different, and that's why he's official.
Another flag was kind of the holding on Omega.
Yeah.
Taylor's long run. Just how difficult is it to swallow when 2 questionable calls like that play such a big difference in the outcome?
Well, I appreciate the comment and all that, but to be honest with you, if we as bad as we played at times on offense, defense, if we just hang on to the ball there, we win, and it's not as big a deal. But I appreciate the comment.
You guys have had a ton of success on 3rd down this season.
Yeah, one today.
Right. Where was the?
A little bit with that Mike run through. We had problems a little bit with Mike run through. They were, pretty aggressive in the secondary, and Taylor didn't take off as much this week as he had in prior weeks, but we for whatever reasons, and we were in 3rd and a little bit longer, more than probably what we've been in the past as well. But we didn't, we were number 1 going in the country coming in, and we didn't convert. I think we were 3 for whatever today.
Sam, what was your gut reaction to Mike's fumble? Did you know it was knocked out in this run?
Did it he or I or?
Just your gut reaction.
I saw it on the ground, so I was hoping that some part of his knee or something was down, but I saw it on the ground. I mean, they made a good call on that. We fumbled the ball, but I saw it out on the ground.
What do you say to the team in the locker room after the game?
Yes, we got a lot of work to do. You know, we tried to fix some things. Defensively, we were trying to fix some things from a week ago, and I don't know how much we got fixed, to be honest with you, with a 500-yard day on us. But I told them we got to get to work. Offensively, we were in field goal range on the second to last drive, and we got sacked. That took us out. We're going to go up 8, assuming he makes the field goal. So we wasted some points there where, instead of them scoring, going for 2, not making, them score, going for 2 and losing, so. But the bottom line, you can name 1,000 scenarios on there. We can't let a team go 95 to take the lead on. We just can't, and they went by pretty easy. So we have to do a better job there.
I mean, 28 points in the first 20 minutes of the game. Easy to point to the red zone turnovers, but what changed with this 3 minutes?
I think the biggest thing was we weren't running the ball, in the second half, and on first down we were trying to run the ball, and we were making negative yardage, and I think that was probably the biggest thing of the second half. We made a conscious effort because we were running it pretty good in the first half that we were going to try to run and play action a little bit more in the second half, and it's hard to play action when the run's not doing very good. So we just started behind the chains, to be honest with you.
Coach, why do you think it is that Taylor couldn't take off as much as that Memphis defense thing?
I don't know. You'd have to ask him. I don't know why he elected not to take off like he normally does, but you'd have to ask him.
Sam, to be so close 2 weeks in a row, what do you do to keep from getting frustrated? What do you tell the team?
Well, I mean, the first thing you do is you look internally. I look at myself, I look at the staff and what we can do better. Are we playing as well as we can with who we have and all that stuff? And the answer is no. So we have to continue to find out what our kids can do a little bit better. And now that hadn't been any concern offensively for, the first 3 weeks. There's some stuff we obviously have to look at after today where we can get better offensively as well. But we haven't played great this year yet defensively, and we got to figure out why. Is there something that we can do a little bit better? We thought we had it fixed today, but for them to have 500 yards on us, we obviously didn't.
Were you surprised by either the lateral, the interception play, or the onside kick?
Well, the lateral, no, we weren't surprised there because we picked it off, and the onside kick, no, because we recovered it. So really, neither one of them we were surprised on.
How was ball security? Like, did you stress in that moment coming out of the 2?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I was stressed that and stressed on Church. We didn't want to score, but we had to get another first down. Oh, we didn't have to, but you want to leave 50 seconds on the clock for them? I don't. And at some point, we had to figure out. We talked about whether we were going to kick a field goal or whether we were going to score on them, or had the opportunity to score on them. And at some point, I thought he might let us score to get the ball back, but he had used his timeout. We had the first down, he would have used the second one, we would have made him use his third one, and then we would have figured out what we want to do. But obviously at that point we were in great, easy field goal range to win the game.
Sorry came out early in the game, and then
who?
Sorry.
Yeah.
And his tackling didn't seem to be
No, I think he's something has to be something to do with that hamstring again, Tom. Has to be, because he wasn't running like he normally does, not at all.
How's Taylor? Because there was a moment in one play where he stayed down for a while. And it seemed like
I think he's running the ball more, so I think he's a little bit beat up. So he's got some soreness to him, and he's tough. So if he stayed down at all, that means he was sore, hurt. But we have to have his legs as well to win, and so. He's probably been hit a little bit more in the run game than what he had a year ago.
You got Notre Dame coming in this week. From what you know, the team, leadership, what bounce back?
Yeah, I think we're going to be fine. I mean, we've got to get our confidence back defensively. and we've got to help them do that. Offensively, we're scoring 3 points in the second half. I mean, we got to get our confidence back there too. And we got to show them that we're coaching them well enough to change that. So, yeah, I like the team. I think we're going to be fine as far as being ready for Notre Dame. Obviously, we know they're a really good team.
Thanks, Coach.
Well, okay, let's do this. And then we will come back and talk to Daryl. Got to figure things out defensively. Got to get their confidence back. We got to coach them up. Okay, Coach. This is the First Security Fifth Quarter Postgame Show. Stay tuned.
The great American pastime. Do you smell that? That's the smell of men being men.
I think I'm ready.
On 103.7 The Buzz. KABC Little Rock.
If the 25th is the silver anniversary and the 50th is gold, what's the 75th? Well, that's the fresh beef, onions, pickles, lettuce, tomatoes, fries, and drink anniversary. Everybody knows that. Get the #1 water meal for $7.50 in honor of our 75th anniversary. A meal like that is the way you're supposed to celebrate a 75th. The Whataburger 75th Meal Deal. Whataburger, what a deal. For a limited time at participating locations.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Summer's almost over, but the heat is pressing on. If you've got battery trouble, stop by AutoZone for free battery testing. It may just need a charge, and we'll do that for free too. If you do need a battery, we've got options starting at just $89.99, and we'll recycle your old battery for free. Now that's a strong start. Don't miss the end of summer sale, now at AutoZone until September 22nd.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Do you have $10,000 or more in credit card debt? Are you barely getting by making minimum payments? With credit card debt reaching all-time highs, National Debt Relief is letting everyone know about great debt relief options now available to help people with overwhelming credit card debt. These options may reduce a large portion of your credit card debt. Get a free debt relief consultation when you call 800-624-8811. 800-624-8811. 800-624-8811.
Big savings are rolling now at Gwatney Chevrolet. Take advantage of the $7,500 EV tax credit before September 30th. Drive a 2026 Trax or Trailblazer for just $249 a month, or save up to $13,000 on new Silverados. Plus, we're paying up to 20% over Kelley Blue Book for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And right now, you can get it all with no payments until 2026. Stop by Gwatney Chevrolet in Jacksonville today. Chevrolet, together, let's drive. With approved credit restrictions apply, see dealer for details.
Do you hear that? Asthma triggers are everywhere. From dust mites, pet dander, and pollen, to smog and smoke, an asthma attack can strike anywhere, anytime. Be prepared with quick-acting Primatene Mist. Clinically proven to open airways quickly. It's the #1 FDA-approved asthma inhaler available over the counter. Primatene Mist. Breathe easy again. Use as directed.
My doctor told me my cholesterol is borderline, so I took control with Garlic Healthy Cholesterol Formula. Garlic helps maintain healthy cholesterol safely and naturally. It's odor and taste-free, and Garlic is a world leader in garlic potency. I'm taking charge of my cholesterol with Garlic Healthy Cholesterol Formula, cholesterol's natural enemy.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. The term natural references only the garlic in the product. Use as directed.
Ever feel like the road is out to... Thankfully, Hyundai is always working to ensure it doesn't, with over 130 IIHS Top Safety Awards since 2006. IIHS Top Safety Awards include Top Safety Pick and Top Safety Pick Plus awards to Hyundai vehicles from 2006 to 2025.
Lease the Hyundai Tucson for $289 a month, or get 1.99% APR for 60 months. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Offers end September 30th. Call 469-405-7740 for details.
Listen every Friday night for the high school football game of the week with Josh Neighbors and Jackson Broswell. Every Friday night this football season, the guys will travel the state to find the best matchups in high school football. And it's all brought to you by Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas, Midtown Plumbing, Roller Funeral Homes, and Home Hardware Center.
Russell stays in the game. Green gonna give it to Braylon, right side, cuts back between the hashes. Russell rugged to the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas.
And welcome back once again to the First Security Fifth Quarter Postgame Show. Marcus Elliott, Trey Schaap. I'm Randy Rainwater. Let's get right back to it. Daryl's been waiting patiently, we hope. Daryl, welcome to the First Security Fifth Quarter Postgame Show.
What's happening, Mr. Rainwater?
Good afternoon to you, Mr. Daryl.
I just want to say I'm not an advocate for, I hate coaching changes, but the Razorbacks have had no discipline since Pittman's been the head coach. And the way they tackled on defense today was absurd. They didn't want to tackle. They just stuck a shoulder in there, or they grabbed somebody and slung them an extra 5 or 6 yards. You know, it's crazy. Stupid penalties. When they was on that last drive, I was standing up saying, both hands on the ball, both hands on the ball, both hands on the ball. And what happened? Fumble. It's just, it's crazy. And it all starts with the head coach. Yeah. Yep. Way back when I played for Malvern, and if we had that little went out there and played like that, with no heart, no pride, Coach Alfie set us on the sideline, or we could run laps around the field while they practiced. You know, there's a way to get discipline out of your team, but it's got to come through the head coach first.
Absolutely. Daryl, thank you for your thoughts. Let's check in with Rex. Rex, good afternoon. Welcome to the First Security Fifth Quarter Postgame Show.
Yeah, Randy, thank you for taking my call. And, I feel for you guys doing the court show. I guess you get paid something. You probably don't get paid enough to do shows, in this kind of situation. But
just bring me a Sonic blast and I'll be happy.
Yeah. And I'm like the last guy. I mean, I'm not for coaching changes. I've called this show a few times, never a post game. It's always an overreaction, in my opinion. But you asked early on in this, the post game show you're doing right now about, well, what is the solution?
Absolutely.
And you had somebody call, but the solution is, if Pittman doesn't fire Williams, then he's not serious, and I don't want anybody to lose their job. That's clear. It's that bad. The defense is that bad. And that's the logical, rational solution is for him to let the guy go. As great a man as he is, a good family as he has,
And, Rex, what does it say to the fan base if he does not fire Williams, his defensive coordinator? What does that say to the fan base if he allows this to continue on? I'm using the direct quote just a moment ago by Coach Pitman. We got to figure things out defensively.
Yeah.
Win.
Yeah, and I would go with what Marcus said earlier, and I've heard him say it before years past, which what Lou Holt said. You either coach it or you allow it. So, I guess he needs to decide: is he a bottom line? Yeah. Is he really wanting to solve it or not?
Yeah.
So it says to the fan base that if he doesn't do it, then it's not going to get any better.
Mm-hmm.
It may not get better if he lets him go. At least it would say the fan base if he does let him go.
He's trying.
That's it.
That he's trying to make an effort.
Right.
Well said, Rex. I think you have to. You're right.
So, anyway, thank you for taking my call.
Thank you, Rex.
You know, I think it is there, Randy. I don't think you can keep the status quo. I just don't. I think whether it's fault or not, something has to be done at this point.
Mark,
something has to change.
You had the debacle last week against Ole Miss.
Mm-hmm.
You have this debacle today. If you don't make a change, what are you saying?
I'm allowing this. I'm okay with it.
And when Notre Dame does it to you, heaven forbid.
Get better.
Have you watched Joey Aguilar of Tennessee?
Yeah.
If you thought Ole Miss could chunk it around, like Bachman-Turner overdrive, you ain't seen nothing yet.
That's a good one, Randy.
Well, what about Notre Dame? I mean, Arkansas couldn't stop the run today.
No, that's
What's
a great
going to happen
Trey.
next week?
Great point, Trey.
Yeah. And if you've got a player who is jogging out there, whether he has a hamstring injury or not, get him out of there.
Yeah.
What does that say? I can drag one leg out there and you'll continue to let me play, even if it's costing my team, even if it's costing the team that I'm coaching. Leave him out there.
Let me give you, before we get to calls, one quick, this just hit me, an example of leadership, right? Syracuse. They boat raced Clemson.
Clemson on the road.
On the road. Syracuse, I don't know if they won or lost a game a week or two ago, but the coach had them keep their pads on. This is after the game now.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Had them
yes,
keep
I
their pads
remember,
on,
Marcus. I saw that.
come out, and they ran wind sprints after the game. After the game. To emphasize a point. We're there, Randy. We're beyond words of I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do. Something has to be done. And there's a glaring illness on this team that everybody can see, and it's defensively. So something has to be done.
But, Marcus, if everybody can see it, how come the one that can make the change not see it?
Explain to me, Trey. You got to help me out with that one.
Okay, you define the problem, Trey. Give us the solution.
Help me.
Let's talk to Mike.
It's called new coach.
Mike, good afternoon. Welcome to the First Security Fifth Quarter Postgame Show.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Good
glad
afternoon.
to be on the show. Love speaking and hearing from you guys every week. Just got back in Little Rock from the Memphis game. My opinion, I want to know what you guys think. I feel like Taylor was trying to force feed Omega Blake on a lot of passes today. A lot of guys was open, and I just wish he can just play ball, spread the ball around. There's a lot of guys open to spread the ball around, and a lot of them look a little frustrated. And I also just feel like, and I want to know, as Marcus Elliott, does he ever get a chance to go talk to the guys or talk to the coaches? You know, I love his expertise in being a former Hog, but, you know, hopefully he's able to say something to those guys to get them fired up or something as well. But something got to change. I love my Hogs, but it's just a bit frustrating.
It is, Mike. Well said.
Thank you, Mike.
Yeah. No, I don't. You know, there was a time, and I think early on, Coach Pitman would have some of the Razorbacks come up and you know, welcome them around. And I don't know how many guys went. And actually, I think some of the big time guys like McFadden and all would talk to the team, and I think that's good.
McFadden is frustrated. He voiced his frustration today on X with some of his comments. And Marcus, I wonder if today, in this age of college football, because everybody's out there to get a bag, are they worried about playing for pride for the state of Arkansas with the Razorback on the side of their helmet? Or is it about, well, I've got my money, so whether we win or lose, who cares?
You know, that's a question. I kind of thought about that earlier, just with the lack of effort I was seeing. Now, I can't imagine that.
I can't either.
If
you're a competitor, you want to win.
Yeah, being an old guy and I played, I look back now and I'm like, man, I cherished every down, right? Every time I could get taped up and put that uniform on, you want to take advantage of it and leave it on the field. And I don't think money would have had anything to do with me. In fact, if I was probably getting money, I'd probably want to earn more, and play better, you know? I don't know. Here's what I do know. I'm a big believer, especially in that sport, in leadership. And I think we see it time and time again. Coach cannot accept that, right? And when he sees it time and time again, and we haven't just seen it for a game or two, we haven't even seen it for a season or two. We've consistently seen that. So all we got to look at now is action and what is going to be done to change. Because really, why are we expecting a change when we're doing the same thing
over and over again?
That means we're insane.
That is insanity.
Exactly.
You are correct. All right, let's see. Jason, you're up. Good afternoon. Welcome to the First Security Fifth Quarter Postgame Show.
Hey, guys. What does every world-class coach have in common? Your Nick Sabans, your Jimmy Johnsons, even Lou Holtz. They were all ball-busting, butt-kicking, butt-chewing tyrants like General Patton that demanded excellence all the time, would ride you. And, I'm so sick of these mealy-mouthed, well, we just got to tackle better, and, good old country boy, let's go back down to the farm, and, we just got to get our confidence back. Everybody stop beating around the bush.
Right.
This coach, I thought it was a bad hire to begin with. He's an offensive line coach. We've never even had an offensive line. So come on, guys. You got to bite the bullet, and now you're going to say, well, who do we get? I don't know. But maybe Dabo Sweeney. He's kind of run his course over there. He probably would never come here. But you see my point. Anyway, I'd like to get off and see what you guys have to say about my philosophy I just quoted there.
No, I think Jason's on point, guys. And I think when you do look at those coaches, what do? Ball busting, but moreover that, they just demand that things are done right. The little things, do it till it's done right, and you cannot accept if it's not.
And Memphis' head coach was an old offensive line coach too.
Yeah. Well, those are the smart guys anyway.
Well, be careful there.
All right, we will step aside for a moment. This is the First Security Fifth Quarter Postgame Show. Marcus Elliott, Trey Schaap. I'm Randy Rainwater, back with more in a moment.
I'm Craig O'Neill, and I got a question for you. What are the 5 smartest things you've ever done? Of course, I have no way of knowing what's on your list unless you own a Genesis. Then that day you discovered Genesis of Conway would make the top 5 easily. You see, you don't test drive a Genesis. You don't buy one. You don't own one. You love a Genesis. And with the 26s they can show you, it'll be love at first sight. Genesis of Conway, the future of luxury today.
This is Trey Johnson with HJ Trailer Sales. Looking for a trailer repair? Need a new truck bed? HJ Trailer Sales has you covered. We're also your one-stop shop for Iron Bull, Good Guys, Hillsboro trailers, and yes, Hart trailers. We've even got them too. Family owned and operated, we're the most trusted trailer store in the state with tons of financing options to fit your budget. Come see why everyone rolls with HJ Trailer Sales. HJ Trailer Sales, built on trust, driven by quality. Visit hjtrailersales.com or stop by today.
Did you hear? Allstate car insurance now costs even less. So when you bundle with home, you can save even more. Check Allstate first to bundle and save with a new lower auto rate. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings may vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use, now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu. My Computer Career, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
Aero Truck Sales has been in business in North America for 75 years. They are dedicated to helping truck drivers, owner-operators, and fleet managers find the high-quality, used semi-trucks that they need to grow their business. Their on-site financing team provides flexible financing options and comprehensive warranty and protection plans. Plus, their attached shop provides convenient and efficient reconditioning. Visit Aero Truck Sales at 12101 Eanes Road, North Little Rock, or view their inventory at arrowtruck.com.
Summer's wrapping up, and life is picking back up. Early mornings, long days, and a to-do list that doesn't quit. And neither should you. Who has time to slow down due to body pain? That's why there's Aleve, to keep you going. With just one pill, Aleve delivers longer-lasting body pain relief per dose compared to other leading OTC branded pain relievers. Aleve helps keep you moving from sunup to sundown with up to 12 hours of pain relief per dose, so you can keep moving and be ready for whatever's next. Use as directed.
You like saving money, right? We all do. That's why Allstate just lowered the price of car insurance. Not, but wait, there's a catch. Lower. Actually lower. So if you're shopping around or just want to see how much you could save, check Allstate first for a new lower auto rate that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Friday, 103.7 The Buzz travels to Fayetteville to bring you an all-day broadcast live from walk-ons and preview of Saturday's Arkansas-Notre Dame game. Morning Mayhem, The Zone, Out of Bounds, and Drive Time Sports, all live in Fayetteville. Brought to you by Arkansas Scholarship Lottery, Malvern National Bank, Genesis of Conway, Lion Legal, Kaufman by Design West, Bale Chevrolet, Winrock Automotive, and Network Services Group.
Play action. Green's going to throw all day. Deep corner route. Got a man wide open. Complete. Jones at the 25, the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Arkansas. 62 yards. Rohan Jones all by himself, and Arkansas strikes first.
All right, welcome back once again to the First Security Fifth Quarter Postgame Show. Reading this on my screen. I'm sorry, Trey, did you send me a text?
I did, but that's all right.
Okay. If you need to, I understand there are time limitations when you're in the press box.
Yeah, how long are you going to go today?
I don't know. I mean, I'm staring at
You've got a full call board.
I'm staring at a full call board. You're right. So
this is therapy. I was telling Melissa, this is therapy for the state.
Yeah.
Well, how about I'm gonna let you guys get back to it and have it, but I'm gonna leave with this is my opinion only.
Mm-hmm.
It's time for a change. You cannot allow this to keep happening and keep your fan base interested in the game of football at the University of Arkansas. If you do, then you're asking for more of this.
Yeah.
And I'll leave it at that.
All right, Trey, safe
Thanks,
travels.
Trey.
Look
All right,
forward
guys.
to having you
Take
back.
care.
Back home. He's been on the
Yeah.
road for quite a while, so it'd be good to have Trey back with us. So travel safely. Thank you, my friend. That is Trey Schaap coming to you live from the Liberty Bowl. All right, let's check in with Motorhead, my man. Motorhead, what's up, buddy?
How you doing, Randy? Thanks for taking my call.
One of those days.
Since we're all pretty much taking it for granted that Sam will be gone soon, who do you think Rhett Lashley is the guy we should go after? Because that's what I'm hearing.
Well, I said this earlier. I think two logical choices. I'd go after Joe Brady. He is the offensive coordinator for the Buffalo Bills. He was the mastermind behind that offense several years ago on that maybe as dynamic of an offense as we have ever seen at the NCAA Division I, Power 4, Power 5 level at LSU with that national championship with Joe Burrow. Or the other choice, bring him home, Rhett Lashley. Now, the question that is, I think, first and foremost, someone, Motorhead, is going to have to belly up. If the finances are as such where you're having to get rid of $2.5 million worth of employees so that you can, quote, make the budget, where are they going to find the money to fire Pitman and then all the other money that has to go along with the staff? And then if the University of Arkansas does not make a statement as they made with John Calipari. Calipari is, what, an $8 million a year man for the University of Arkansas? And I think right now he's paying back that investment. If you don't pay at least $8 to $10 million for the next incoming coach, but they have to be of that value. Not saying that you just pay it for the sake of paying it. But my question is, where's that money going to come from? And then you've got potentially a buyout of that coach from XYZ University. And I'm not trying to throw a cold, wet blanket over what you're saying. I'm just giving you the reality of what is the actual path that is in front of Arkansas if they want to undertake all these changes. And these are going to be necessary changes. They've got to be made. But somewhere the money's got to be found. And then combine that with that incoming coach and his salary and the staff salary. Now, if I'm bringing in, let's say, an $8 to $10 million head coach, he's going to want to bring in his own people. And those people are not going to be cheap. Because if I'm a $10 million man, I'm going to bring in what I can find to be the best at each of those positions. And that's not going to come cheap. And even right before I'm through, Motorhead, one more thing. Just like John Calipari basically said, everything sounds great at Arkansas, except I've got to have the necessary NIL funds to do what I want to do and need to do. Now, those funds apparently right now are lacking. I guess they're right now in that right lane or that other lane that Hunter Yurchek referred to the other day, third lane or whatever lane it is. Right. That money's got to be found because why would I, let's just play Rhett Lashley, devil's advocate there. Why would I want to leave SMU with all those Highland Park and et cetera deep-pocketed boosters who obviously have pumped a lot of money into SMU, especially when they made the move from whatever conference it was all the way to the ACC. Why would you want to leave SMU to come to Arkansas if Arkansas right now is not competing from a financial standpoint in the SEC in regards to football?
And I would pump the brakes. I would pump the brakes just a little bit on Lashley too. If you're going to make a move like this, I mean, SMU got beat today for the second time already this year. So he kind of walked into a self-made program down there. Let's slow down on the hire. I think Lashley was a great name last year. I think that shine's going to come off a little bit this year. Let's see what's out there that's got a little more proven track record on this level, right?
And I may be in the minority on this. Mm-hmm. I don't want to retread either.
Yeah, I think if you're going to make this move, you just got to, you got to decide we're in this thing and we're going all out and get something really dynamic and something proven. So I agree with you on the retread to a degree. I don't know right now. I don't know. I'm not sold on Lashley leading this program. We might be getting the same thing we got right now with the Lashley at this point.
Yep.
Let him cook a little bit more.
I did some research. You know what the Razorback average season win is since we joined the SEC? 6.2. And I got one more thing to say. The defensive coordinator, Williams, what's his first name?
It's T. Will. Is it Travis? I think
T. Will.
Travis. T. Will. Yes.
Well, he needs to change his name to Travis the Loofah Williams because his defense is as porous as a loofah.
Ole!
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Motorhead.
It sounds really hard, guys, but football, especially at this level, and those coaches, they know it's a production business, right? They know it. I can imagine T. Will understands.
It's a business.
Yes, sir. The situation he is in now. And I'm surprised and would not be surprised one bit if he got a call from Pitman either tonight or tomorrow saying, hey, we got to do something different. Wouldn't be shocked at all. It's a production business. You're paid to produce.
Yep, absolutely.
Paid well to produce.
Robert, good afternoon. Welcome to the First Security Fifth Quarter Postgame Show.
How you guys doing?
Wonderful. How about you, Robert?
Hey. Well, I've done better.
I've done better too.
I've got so much to say. I don't even know where to start, Randy. But I was listening to what you just said. But did I understand that the rules are going to be where every team is allotted like $20.5 million for NIL?
Starts with $20.5 million, and then you have to back out $2.5 million for the additional scholarships that was expanded. As an example, baseball went from 11 3/4 to 34, I believe is the number. Then you had volleyball. I mean, you had all these additional scholarships, so you had to back out $2.5 million, which brings that number down to $18 million. Now you're taking probably 70% of that that's going to be allocated to football.
Okay. So school, that's what they have to work with. Is that my understanding?
That is my understanding. That is correct.
Okay. What did Arkansas raise this year in NIL?
I have no idea.
Does anybody have that number?
I have no idea.
Well, I would think it would be somewhere close to that. But my point is, it looks like we're all going to be on the same playing field at this point. Okay. Except
for the NIL program, and with those exceptions, is getting things approved over $600. But I heard something the other day that was extremely creative, and that is, well, why not 100 deals at $599 for that same player? That's $1 on each of those 100 deals below that threshold that has to be approved by this clearinghouse.
Randy, that clearinghouse was the laughing stock.
It was a joke.
About
it is a joke.
But in either way, though, it looks like everybody's going to be on a similar playing field at this point going forward. That's kind of what I read into it. Saying that, what I was going to call in and talk about was this, but you put me down another path, Randy. But I had a bad feeling about this week when Hunter Yurachek stood up there and made that statement. I mean, to me, that almost said that he was either you're blaming the fans, or you're blaming the donors. I mean, and there's no way that Hunter Yurachek can make the next coaching hire. Not after what he just said. You're going to go to Clemson, South Carolina, and you're going to tell Dabo we want you to be a coach, but we don't have a championship caliber program. The AD is supposed to sell the program. You're not supposed to talk about all the negative stuff. And all I've heard from Hunter Yurachek is negative. And money. Hunter Yurachek should be fired today. Now, also, too, what is that saying to the players? What is that saying to the coaches right now? You know, I just can't believe that he stood up there and made those statements. It made national news. I mean, it's crazy. But now I'm changing to Coach Pitman. I like Coach Pitman a lot. Everybody does. You know, I feel like he's an Arkansan. There's no doubt about it. He's one of us. But boy, Coach, I just don't. You know, I want to see you succeed, but I don't understand what's going on. We can't watch practice. I'd be willing to bet. Marcus, you answered this for me. I'd be willing to bet our practices are not physical. There's no way.
Yeah, I would have to agree with you, Robert.
We don't tackle. We don't, our offensive line was getting beat up today. And going back to my first point, are you telling me Memphis has more resources than Arkansas? So you can't stand up there and say we can't win because we don't have resources, but then we get beat by a school that doesn't have the resources.
They do have FedEx money. They do have FedEx money.
Well, yeah, but Randy, come on, man. I grew up Northeast Arkansas. I've been to Memphis several times. There's no way that Memphis even sniffs Arkansas in resources. So, I hate to say it, but we might have to make a change. But I want to make one last point. From my understanding, Kiffin was in the running, and they were going back and forth in a bidding war. And everybody knows that Hunter Yurachek does not want to go out and spend all this money, and he wants to do incentives and everything like that. And he literally backed off of Kiffin. Now, you look at Ole Miss, and I'd be willing to bet at the same time those coaching hires, in my opinion, Arkansas has always been a better program than Ole Miss, or at least equal. And from my understanding, Kiffin was interested in coming, but Arkansas would not match the offer. And like you said earlier, that how much has that investment paid off for Ole Miss? Paid off very well. Once again, I go back to Hunter Yurachek. He's the man making the decision. He's the man making the statement. And he's the man pushing the narrative. And here we are today. And again, I hate it for Coach Pitman because I wanted to see that man succeed. But I just don't know anymore. But before you get rid of Pitman, you got to get rid of Yurachek. That's my opinion. Guys, thank you very much. And, hey, by the way, those UCA Bears are playing tonight. I know they're having a rough year, but, hey, there's a bunch of Arkansas boys on there. UCA has won a lot in the last several years, so let's not forget UCA Bears. You guys have a good evening.
Thank you, Robert. Thank you. All right, let's talk with RJ. RJ, good afternoon. Welcome to the First Security Fifth Quarter Postgame Show.
Hey, what's up, guys? Marcus, you said earlier this is like a therapy session. Well, 10 years ago, I had to come to Jesus meeting with myself. I said, I'm not going to get mad after a game no more. I'm not going to let it ruin my life. Today is the first time in 10 years that I was actually upset. And straight up, because of effort. If y'all remember a play with Story at the goal line, I believe it was a third down. Mm-hmm. He had the leverage, he had the angle, but he decided to try to tackle with his shoulder.
Oh, yeah. No, absolutely remember it. It's embarrassing.
I mean, he had the guy, and it would have been fourth down. They would have went for a field goal. I mean, there's 4 points right there, or maybe not even that. But when it comes to Yurachek, he should have just kept his mouth shut this past week. I wish he would have talked a little bit more about the statue with Derry McFadden, especially when he has people that want to pay for it. But he just wanted to say, I ain't got time to deal with that right now. McFadden's a GOAT. He needs a statue, and that's all I need to say.
Thank you, RJ.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk with Mike. Mike, good afternoon.
Guys, how are y'all today? I know it's not a great day, but just a couple of comments. Going forward, I think for the rest of the season, I feel like the season is, as far as bowl appearance is lost, obviously. And one thing that really concerns me, and I really I think maybe it's Sam maybe a little bit over his head as far as, evaluating defenses and understanding defenses, because, that, make no mistake, Memphis' offensive line was undersized and is not an SEC caliber offensive line, guys.
No.
These guys are
not at all
undersized, and we couldn't get much push on them. We weren't able to create a lot of pressure, and then just the confusion. Did they not see this back in spring ball or in the fall? This confusion that seems to be permeating the defense, where these guys don't know where to line up, who to guard, who to block. It's just if you watch it and you slow it down on tape, you see so many missed blocks and so many. These guys aren't picking up their people like they're supposed to. They're losing people in coverage, and it makes no sense. And what I'm afraid is that with this season being lost is, this NIL and this recruiting with the portal and everything, we're going to see a lot of guys go in the portal, and we are going to need to get somebody, because Sam Pitman is probably not going to be there next year. And if he is, I think we're even in more trouble, because you got recruits out there, they're being told by the coaches, hey, this guy's not going to be around, and they've been telling them that since last year. And it's more apparent now. And if Arkansas does not get on their horse and get something done here, we're going to get behind. So far, we're going to be back in the days of, we can't get recruits anymore because nobody wants to play because we don't know who the coach is going to be, or we're going to have to settle for some subpar coach. It's just not going to do what we need done at Arkansas. We need to make a splash hire. We need to find somebody that can turn this program around and frankly, build a fire under some of these people and get them to play like Razorbacks, guys. And that's all I got. Thank you for your time.
All right. Thank you, Mike. All right. We're going to take the last call of tonight as we're out of time. Byron, good evening. Welcome to the First Security Fifth Quarter Postgame Show.
Hi, Randy. Marcus, listen, I just got a quick thought for you. I'm a Tennessee fan, but I've been living in Arkansas, and it's my second favorite team. But here's a name for you. When we did our hire, of course, you guys remember Josh Heupel wasn't even on anybody's radar. We actually picked up him and his entire staff after we'd been turned down, the debacle. But his offensive coordinator, who's now the head coach at University of South Florida, Alex Golish, I think is his name, might be somebody who, he was very creative, basically inserted a lot of his own originality into the Tennessee offense the very first year that he was there. And then for a defensive coordinator, how about the guy that's at UCF now? He was a Bulls, I think, nominee 2 years in a row, coached at Oklahoma. Alex, I can't remember his last name, I'm sorry. But I think that's where our best hope is probably going to be, is trying to get some young and hungry coach who has proven himself at maybe not an SEC level, but somebody who could come in and really make a big impact without the huge money that you're getting and some of the baggage sometimes with some of these guys who've been around the block.
Yeah. Interesting point. Byron, thank you.
Randy, but I think we got to make change. I think we got to make really wise change, right? We don't have offensive issues now. So all this offensive creativity out here, all that's good. That coach needs to have a overall track record in building a good overall team, especially defensive. We don't have offense. Hey, Bobby Trino, we're not going to get better than that. And he brought Green here, so we got to get some real coaches.
All right, we'll come back and wrap it up in just a moment. This is the First Security Fifth Quarter Postgame Show.
Ever feel like the road is out to... Thankfully, Hyundai is always working to ensure it doesn't, with over 130 IIHS Top Safety Awards since 2006. IIHS Top Safety Awards include Top Safety Pick and Top Safety Pick Plus awards to Hyundai vehicles from 2006 to 2025.
Lease the Hyundai Tucson for $289 a month, or get 1.99% APR for 60 months. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Offers end September 30th. Call 469-405-7740 for details.
Did you get us switched over to shelter insurance?
Actually, I found a deal online.
You did? Does your deal come with award-winning customer service?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Does the deal include a local agent?
Doesn't actually say.
Can we create a customized plan that fits our needs? Let's just call the local shelter agent.
For insurance that fits just right, find a shelter agent near you.
See shelter agent Angie Collins in Heber Springs, Michelle Herring in Whitehall, or Jonathan Stone in Lone Oak today.
September is here, which means it's a busy weekend for all of us during football season. If you're like me, baseball season too. Travel baseball was big back on Sundays in the fall. And the one thing that could keep you from maintaining that busy schedule, joint pain, knee, back, hip, shoulder, whatever it is, don't let that run your schedule. Don't let that rule your life. Hey everybody, I'm Josh Neighbors, and QC Kinetics is here to stop joint pain from calling the shots. So instead of laying on the couch, you're out there with your family, your dog, and you're out there until they get tired, not until you do. QC Kinetics, no drugs, no surgery, no long recovery, just a smarter, more natural way to get your freedom back. And also, that first consultation, absolutely free, so there's no reason to wait anymore. Call QC Kinetics today, 501-214-5880. That's 501-214-5880. Call QC Kinetics today.
For over 30 years, Pickup Truck Accessory Warehouse has been Arkansas's truck accessory headquarters and the only stop for all your truck parts and accessories. If it goes on a truck, Pickup Truck Accessory Warehouse has got it. And that includes upgrading your truck with Vortex spray liners. Tough, durable, proudly made in the USA. Their spray liners can protect your truck for years to come. Call Pickup Truck Accessory Warehouse at 501-568-0040 to schedule your spray. Or stop by 65th and University.
Tune in to 103.7 The Buzz as Justin Acree and DJ Williams broadcast live from each meeting of the Wooded Rock Touchdown Club, brought to you by Arkansas Spine and Pain. Justin and DJ will broadcast live from the Doubletree downtown, bringing you interviews with each speaker and their comments to the club live. Monday, the Wooded Rock Touchdown Club welcomes NFL Hall of Famer and former LA Raider Tim Brown. That's The Zone live at the Wooded Rock Touchdown Club, brought to you by Arkansas Spine and Pain.
Billy, your gas light's on. We need to stop and fill up.
No way, Jen. Gas around here is too expensive. We can make it a little further.
Billy, listen to your big sister. You don't need to drive all over searching for the lowest gas prices. Do what I do and use Upside.
Upside?
Do you live under a rock, Billy? Upside is the hottest cash back app out there. It's free to download, and you get real cash back for every gallon of gas you buy. Top users make between $200 to $300 per month.
You can make that kind of cash back just for buying the gas you have to buy anyway?
Yes, I'm looking at the Upside app now, and there's a gas station at the next exit offering 25 cents per gallon cash back.
Okay, I'm stopping to download Upside and fill up my tank. Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code BILL25 to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, to PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code BILL25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code BILL25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
I'm Dr. Lowry Barnes. When it comes to orthopedic care, there's no place like the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. We built this hospital just for you, with state-of-the-art surgical suites, advanced technology, and the state's largest group of fellowship-trained orthopedic surgeons. It's the best place in Arkansas to get you moving again. And if you need urgent orthopedic care, UAMS Ortho Now is right here for you at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health, where motion lives and service leads.
Tune in to Out of Bounds each Monday for Weekend Recap, brought to you by Fleet Management Services. Serving Central Arkansas for over 20 years, they're your small to mid-sized fleet specialists that also takes care of our fleet at Signal Media. Fleet Management Services is now hiring for Loop Tech, Tire Tech, and Light Maintenance. 8 paid holidays and paid vacation, paid health insurance, and 401k. Pay depends on experience and signing bonus. Apply in person at 901 East 8th Street in Little Rock.
So Lewis gets the snap, hands it to Smith, coming right side. He gets out across the 16 to the 17-yard line, and that's it. Ball game's over. And the Tigers have beaten the Razorbacks. Memphis holds Arkansas to 3 points in the second half, and they come from behind. The Tigers erased an 18-point deficit from earlier in the ball game, and they defeat the Razorbacks by a final of 32-31.
And with that, as we close out this edition of the First Security Fifth Quarter Postgame Show. Marcus Elliott, Trey Schaap. I'm Randy Rainwater. Mark, now you get to turn your attention to Notre Dame. And as we were talking during the break, back in the day, what would you have given as a player? You had the honor, the opportunity to line up each and every year against Texas. But this is one of the rare blue bloods that you don't often get to play, whether it be Michigan, Ohio State, but Notre Dame especially.
Yeah.
And I cannot imagine saying that to say this. I cannot imagine, and I'm going to ask you to change your hat and roll back the clock and try to remember maybe a similar situation that you had at the University of Arkansas where you were coming off of a devastating loss.
Oh, yeah.
And now you've got to put that hat back on, and you're getting ready to play one of the storied programs in all of college football. With all of the, call it like it is, issues that this team has. From a player's perspective, Mark, what can you do so that you are adequately prepared? Because just as it is with the father who is trying to set the proper example and the proper leadership to his son or daughter, the same thing as a player, how can I have confidence that this coaching staff can get me ready to take on a team such as Notre Dame? So from a player's perspective, how do you do that?
Yeah. Well, Randy, Canada needs, I'll go back to my word, leadership. But there needs to be a track record in that leadership. So it's difficult, right? So if you go back and start doing the same, your normal week. Randy, I can remember, again, this is old stuff and it has no relevance to what's going on now, but I keep going back to the leadership piece. And Arkansas had a number of great leaders at the head coaching position. We've seen it. They take control, and they don't allow things. We had the offensive line, we had a bad performance, I believe, in my junior year. We had a bad performance. I don't know if we won or lost, but the head coach was unhappy with the game. Lou Holtz was. He came back the next week during the week. He was our line coach, and we went back to fundamentals. We came back. We were the player of the game the next week.
All right, that's it for today. Thanks for tuning in. For Marcus Elliott, Trey Schaap, I'm Randy Rainwater. Have a great rest of the weekend. So long, everybody.
Thanks for listening